Hello friends, welcome again. Friends, if you are preparing for UGC NET or JRF exam in English literature, this video is going to be very helpful to you. Why? Because as the students of English literature, we must study the history of English literature. And in this history, Restoration Age is considered as one of the most important period of English literature. If you examine this Restoration Age, which begins from 1660 to 1700, so roughly you can say that the second half of the 17th century, if you examine this period, during this period you find different kinds of tragedies. Namely, we come across heroic tragedies, blank verse tragedies and she tragedies. So in this video, we are going to have a look at these three kinds of tragedies which were very popular during the period of John Dryden Restoration Age. As you can see on the screen, the Restoration Age 1660 to 1700. These 40 years is known as the age of John Dryden. During this period, you find new developments in the field of poetry, drama and even prose literature. Drama, which was existing even during the previous age, Elizabethan Age, Shakespeare, the age of William Shakespeare, plays or dramas, tragedies were popular, but the dramatists of this Restoration Age, they wanted to innovate and bring some change into that type of drama which was popular during the Elizabethan Age, and they revived the drama with new zeal, with new enthusiasm, and they were John Dryden and William Congreve. In the field of comedy, William Congreve innovated a new kind of drama and popularized it, which was known as comedy of manners. But in the field of tragedies, we have John Dryden, who developed a new kind of tragedy which was known as heroic tragedy and also she tragedy later on during this period. And Thomas Ottway and John Dryden, they were the two great masters of this period who popularized this she tragedy, blank verse tragedy and heroic tragedy. We begin with heroic tragedy. What a heroic tragedy is, what a heroic play is. Heroic play, friends, remember, love and valor, bravery. These are the main subject matters, main themes of such heroic tragedies. Highly exaggerated actions are presented. Exaggeration means atishayokti. The characters of these plays, they were of superhuman characters. I mean, they were not normal human beings like me and you. They have some superhuman powers. They can fly high in the sky. Okay, they can live for hundreds and thousands of years. Such superhuman characters are presented. Even the female characters, they are given immortal beauty, and men are presented as highly noble and highly brave people. The speeches presented in these heroic tragedies, they are very high sounding speeches, and the diction is also written in grand style. Diction means the language. The language used by the dramatist is of grand nature, just kind of epic language, right? The kind of language that you come across in epic poetry, Mahakavya. The the aim of these heroic tragedy is to teach some moral lessons to the mankind, to the society. So these plays are known as didactic plays, right? Didactic means teaching some moral lessons, teaching some moral virtues to mankind. And another important thing is the setting. The setting of these heroic tragedies, they are taken, the action takes place in such a setting at a far off distant places like India. Okay, and the manner of presentation is heroic couplet. Heroic couplet is a kind of is the style of writing plays which was popular during the 16th and 17th century. Here, blank verse is not used, heroic couplet. The whole drama is written in heroic couplet. Now the question is, who is the major dramatist of such heroic tragedies? Then the answer is John Dryden. Okay, John Dryden, as you can see on the screen, has written 5 heroic tragedies: The Indian Emperor, The Titanic Love, Conquest of Granada Part 1 and Part 2, and Aurangzeb. Okay, in all these tragedies we find that love and honor, they are the major themes of these plays, and heroines of these plays, they are given dazzling beauty. Heroes are superhuman characters. Okay, the second type of tragedy which became very popular during this Restoration age is known as blank verse tragedies. Again, here also this kind of tragedies were written by John Dryden only. John Dryden, he tried to imitate William Shakespeare. Shakespeare lived during the 16th century, Dryden lived during the 17th century. John Dryden, he wrote a play which is entitled as All for Love. Now this is the best example of a blank verse tragedy. Blank verse means there is no rhyming. Okay, they are written in couplets, but there is no rhyming at the end of the lines. But such tragedies were becoming popular during the Restoration age. This All for Love, which was written by John Dryden, is actually based on William Shakespeare's play Antony and Cleopatra. Okay, Thomas Ottway was another writer, another dramatist of this Restoration age, who popularized these blank verse tragedies, and one of his very popular tragedy, blank verse tragedy, is The Orphan. Okay, Thomas Ottway, who lived a very short life from 1652 to 1685, has also contributed in these heroic tragedies. These 4 tragedies are very popular: Don Carlos, The Orphan, Venice Preserve, Tragedy on a Grand Scale. Okay, that was the last play written by Ottway. Ottway's this play, Venice Preserve, is considered as the magnum opus. Magnum opus means the masterpiece in the field of blank verse tragedies. He is also known for his art of characterization. Third type of tragedy which was popular during the Restoration age, second half of the 17th century, was she tragedy. Friends, the title is very confusing. Why is it called a she tragedy? Friends, remember, it is called a she tragedy. Why? Because here heroes are not dominant. The dominant character is a heroine. So female characters are more dominant and more imposing. They are presented with some masculine characteristics. Okay, and that's why such tragedies are known as she tragedies. Okay, as we discussed heroic tragedies and blank verse tragedies, but they very soon declined during this period, and a new type of drama emerged during this Restoration Age, which was known as she tragedy. As I just now told you, she tragedy, it is called she tragedy. Why? Because here female characters are more importantly presented than male characters. Okay, female characters are dominant characters in such plays, in such tragedies, and hero or male character almost disappears in the play, and they do not have an important role to play, and that's why such tragedies were known as she tragedies. So all in all, let me conclude by saying that Restoration Age, during this period, in the field of comedy there was William Congreve, in the field of tragedy there were two important dramatists, John Dryden and Thomas Ottway. Okay, John Dryden wrote heroic tragedies and blank verse tragedies, and Thomas Ottway wrote blank verse tragedies and she tragedies. These three kinds of tragedies or plays were very popular during this Restoration Age. Here, friends, we come to the end of this discussion. If you have any doubt or questions, do write to me in the comment section of this channel, and please share this video among your friends and classmates so that others also can get the benefit. Thank you very much.